with the Green Bay Packers. Returning it, Johnson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught by Myers. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll go down at the 28.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the all-time leading rusher at nearby Boston College, A.J. Dillon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he goes out right around the 39.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones with a carry on 1st down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 2. Now Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Rodgers to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off at the 23, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does, to the tune of a first down.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. It's caught by Aguilar. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Jones. Checking this down to Stevenson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Looking deep for Adams. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now here's Johnson. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mercedes Lewis there to make the grab. And the Packers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jonnu Smith, 48 yards. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. On play action, now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On play action, Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's caught inside the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rodgers again now. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Come on, baby.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On 1st down, Rodgers. But he hits his target, the tight end Lewis.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Working with a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's got Lewis. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Rodgers to throw once more. Open man, this is Lewis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 21-14.
Patriots 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Johnson now returning. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jones, Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Bourne. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, powerful running. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Touchdown, Patriots! Ramondre Stevenson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Dancing to his left. Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown! Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Quick completion to Henry. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. Flush to his right. Out right to Bourne. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Trying to lay one up deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That's caught by Myers. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now, he's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage.
They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mays used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones. He's got Henry. And he's going to have a 1st down, but he's tackled inbounds up near midfield. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Returning it, Johnson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Stevenson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Now a first throw here in overtime.
He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?